Those are big right hooks, overhand rights being landed by Canelo.
Oh, look at Bivol. Look at him go. Oh, my word, Bivol.
He's embarrassed. He was a beat fighter.
I know when it comes to a lot of competition, a lot of people hate to lose, especially when it comes to combat sports. A lot of people can't even accept the loss, to be honest with you. But that's just saying anything. So, looking at this article, Canelo Alvarez came up with another excuse of why he lost to Dmitry Bivol. First, it wasn't his weight class. Then it was he didn't have a proper training camp. And then now all of a sudden he's blaming the injury. Now what's so funny is when he said it wasn't his weight class, of course a lot of Canelo fans jumped all over it and they was like, oh yeah, he's too small for 175. Even though Canelo fought at 175 before and fought somebody who was actually bigger than Bivol and Kovalev. And when he beat Kovalev, everybody was bragging, was like, oh yeah, he busted up Kovalev and everything else. They had no problems with that then. But when he moved up to fight Dmitry Bivol, originally, Dmitry Bivol was supposed to be a cherry pick for him, but that cherry pick went wrong. So once Dmitry Bivol schooled him, of course, all of the excuse birds started to come from Canelo fans themselves. Not to mention that on the night of the fight, Canelo actually came in weighing more than Dmitry Bivol himself. Because this is the thing, Dmitry Bivol is not even a big light heavyweight. He's not. As a matter of fact, if he could fight at 168 if he really wanted to. But he chose to fight more close to his walk-around weight. But the thing is that we've seen these excuses before. And the excuses he's coming up with, he better be careful. Because he's starting to get into the range of the Manny Pacquiao range. And he don't want to go past that and go into the Deontay Wilder range when it comes to excuses and stuff. I remember when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather. Canelo was the natural bigger man. He came down to 152 at a catch weight that they agreed to meet at. And as a matter of fact, it was Canelo who suggested the idea of fighting at 152 pounds. So when Floyd Mayweather schooled him, the first thing that came out of, of course, the Canelo fans' mouths then, he had a fan base back then, but it's not as big as it is now. They said Canelo Alvarez was too young at 23 years old. But see, what they failed to mention was Floyd Mayweather was 36 years old. A guy who was already past his prime. A guy who pretty much fought above his weight class, to be honest with you. Now, Floyd Mayweather already had fights at 154, but he's not really a 154 pounder. But he went up there and he schooled Canelo. See, a lot of people thought this was the time to catch Floyd Mayweather and beat him. But it didn't work that way. So, from then, Canelo took that as a lesson learned. And, he got back to the drawing board. But now, this day and age, you got people who deride for Canelo so much that they actually made a video talking about, I want to talk about this honestly and objectively. And Canelo was hurt. That's why he lost to Bivol. Like, are you kidding me, dude? So we riding with these excuses now. These are the excuses that the fans come up with. And of course, when the fans come up with this, Canelo gonna come up with it as well. So we'll see how everything turns out in the future. Because I know it was brought to Dmitry Bivol's attention. And he pretty much laughed at the situation and was like, hey, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And he just said, we'll see what happens. But if it does happen again, and Dmitry Bivol schools Canelo for the second time, I wonder what the excuse is going to be the next time. With that being said, you're watching Bold and Understanding. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And on the end of that note, family, peace.